I want to give you 4 ChatGPT simple hacks, tricks, whatever you want to call them, that are total game changers that nobody really talks about. And you could do this on the free version of ChatGPT. Most people are using ChatGPT the most boring way. They're just going on there and say, hey, can you write me a better subject line? Can you write this blog post for me? Can you make this sound cooler? It's a one-way street in the way that most people are using ChatGPT. And there's something that everybody doesn't really focus on and realize, which is you can send ChatGPT on missions. You could send it around the internet and ask it to do things and bring back this information. And there are some very specific things that you can ask it to do that can radically change your business, your career, your everything. So what are some examples of these missions that you could do? Easy one is audit my homepage. You can go to ChatGPT, the free version, and you copy and paste your website address, your URL. Okay, then you plug it into ChatGPT and you say, ChatGPT, act like a chief revenue officer. Find 5 ways to bump conversions, to improve my website, to improve the headlines, the call to action buttons, everything. Shred my website, and it will give you back an entire breakdown of everything on your site that should probably be corrected. Because what did you do? You sent it out on a mission to look at your website. But let's go a little bit further. Where's the real exciting stuff happen that you could send it out on missions? This is all in the world of competition. You want to know what your competitors are doing. You want to know how you stack up to your competitors, whatever industry you're in. So all you need to do is take the URLs, the website addresses of your top 3 competitors. Easy. Go to ChatGPT, plug in those 3 URLs and ask ChatGPT, what is these 3 companies? What are they beating my company at? Why are their websites able to convert better? What are they doing better in terms of design? Use ChatGPT and give the URLs of your site versus your competition site and ask it to do a total breakdown on what you're doing better than they are and they're doing better than you with actionable next steps. These little missions are a game changer. Let's say you want to improve your social media. Let's say you're not sure if you have the right LinkedIn profile set up. Plug in the URL to your LinkedIn profile page and say to ChatGPT, hey, can you audit my profile for personal branding? Can you tell me what it is that I should change? I want it to be the greatest profile of all time. Sending ChatGPT on missions, asking it to do things, is how we can get the most out of it. This wasn't something you could do a year or so ago with ChatGPT, but they keep updating the latest versions. Did you know that there's over 800 million people that now use ChatGPT every single week? And I would say 99% of them are not using it the right way. What if you have a webinar that you're trying to get people to sign up for? What if you have a landing page that you're trying to get people to buy your direct-to-consumer product on? Have ChatGPT analyze that page. Put that URL in there and say, hey, what is this good at? What is this bad at? What should I be changing? Even in your personal life, you could send it on missions. Let's say you want to buy somebody a birthday gift. Okay, maybe you have a friend that's a little out there. They're into like 80s punk rock. I have no idea. But then here's what you do. You say, hey, ChatGPT, pretend you are the gift concierge for the greatest 80s punk rock gifts of all time. With a budget of under $50 and no basic stuff, go out there on sites like Uncommon Goods and Etsy and other websites and show me exactly the types of gifts that I should get for my friend. Send it on missions. You know, the biggest change in all of marketing right now is this idea of AEO, answer engine optimization. What does that mean? We used to forever go to Google and ask it questions, right? And Google would then show the results based on how we were making our websites. If our websites were optimized, if they were search engine optimized, SEO, then the information from our websites would then cause Google to list our websites high up in those rankings. But here's the thing. You know, I mentioned earlier, 800 million people are now going to ChatGPT every single week. And when we go to ChatGPT, We're asking questions in a more human tone. We're looking for answers to our questions, not just a listing the way that we did on Google. So we've moved away from this idea of search engine optimization. We now need to have our websites optimized for AEO, answer engine optimization, because when our websites are optimized for AEO, then when someone goes to ChatGPT or Claude or Anthropic or any of the other AI tools, it doesn't matter. Okay. When they go there and they ask their question, if our websites are optimized for AEO, we've set them up in a certain way, then our websites are going to be what shows up. The answers, the information, the content from our sites are going to show up on all of these AI tools. And you're like, oh no, how do I even optimize my site for AEO? What do I need to do? How do I even begin? Great question, because it's all so new. But again, if you send ChatGPT on a mission, it can solve this for you. So all you need to do is go to ChatGPT, put your URL in there, your website address, and say, ChatGPT, audit my website for AEO, answer engine optimization. What's missing that would prevent my site from showing up in the answers on ChatGPT and all the other AI tools, and break it down in a step-by-step on what I need to do. This is how we need to be using AI. It is connected to the internet. We need to send it out on missions, bring back the information in an intelligent format. It is not just there to write your blog, to give you a podcast script, to tell you how to write your social posts. Send AI, send ChatGPT out on missions. Hey, appreciate you being here. Like and subscribe so you can check out all the content that we're putting out.